Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different, as you can tell. We're going to have a bit of a cozy video rather than a makeup challenge. So let me introduce you to my co-hosts. Here we have Muffin, the capybara, and here we have Leona the leopard. These will be my co-hosts for today's episode, so let's jump right in. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about things that I'm loving right now. Currently at the moment, I'm in a bit of a dark place. I'm really struggling with a very big flare-up of my anxiety, and I sort of feel like the whole world is ending. So I know it's not, but you can't really stop that feeling. So I thought, let's motivate myself to make a video, even if it means I'm not getting out of bed because I'm sat in my bed with my cup of tea. I thought, let's just make something and focus on some positives, because I think that would help me at the moment. So let's get into things I'm loving right now. So I don't have any pre-planned script for this at all, so I'm just going to be thinking on the spot of things I'm loving, but I want to list some positive things so that I stop feeling so terrible. So one thing I'm loving right now, green tea. I've always loved green tea, but I'm loving it especially now. It's just yummy. I know it's just leaf water, because that's what tea is, but it makes me very happy. Another thing I'm loving right now, all of these are probably quite food and drink based, because that makes me happy. I'm also really loving garlic mayo. I'm putting it on everything. Like, obviously not everything, I'm not putting it on my cornflakes, but I am putting it on everything. I'm so obsessed with it right now. I'm also loving iced lattes. I only really got into coffee in the last year. Finally started drinking hot coffee as well, but nothing beats an iced latte. That really hits the spot. Especially I like a iced salted caramel latte. That makes me really, really happy. Another thing I'm loving is painting by numbers and just all sorts of painting. I've been doing loads of painting recently. I did a painting by numbers, which I'll pop up here, and then I did some other paintings just in my free time. Hopefully I'll pop some pictures around. If not, just imagine them. Yeah, I'm finding it very therapeutic. I'll put on some TV and I'll do some painting, do some drawing, do some painting, and that sort of calms me down quite a lot. I'm also really loving true crime. I've always loved true crime. I love something a little bit scary, which I'm really bad with gore and with anything scary, but for some reason, murder documentaries, I'm obsessed with them. In particular, Ella O'Neill. I'm gonna pop her up here because I bloody love her. I think I've watched all of her videos at least 4 times on YouTube. I did also drunk DM her the other day because I love her. But I'm really loving true crime. If you've got any good true crime documentaries, please recommend them to me. If they're on Netflix, I've seen them. I've seen all the true crime documentaries on Netflix. But if you know of any good ones on Amazon or Disney or Sky or ITV, YouTube, anywhere, please tell me. Speaking of true crime YouTubers, I'm also really liking Mr. Ballin. I'll put a picture of him up here. The way he tells stories is really interesting. He doesn't quite go into all the nitty gritty, and he keeps things quite light-hearted, but he's a very, very good storyteller. So he's definitely a good one to watch. As for podcasts, I'm really obsessed with Morbid and Call Me Chris. With Call Me Chris for the true crime stuff that she does, because I know she also does a lot of other things. But Morbid is brilliant. It's like 2 girls. I think they're sisters, but then also they talk about different mums and different dads. But in my mind, they're sisters. And they go through true crime stuff, and they're really funny. Like, they're not making the stories funny, but just hearing them chat to each other, they're really, really funny. And they're not afraid to say what they think. Like, if there's a horrible murderer, they'll be like, what a piece of shit. Like, I love that. Like, yeah, they are a piece of shit. Like, call them out. Similar with Call Me Chris, she does something very similar as well. She does a whole lot of research into her podcast. They're like well over an hour long, and it's just continuous talking about the story. I really love listening to these three girlies when I'm on the bus down to the seaside to go see my boyfriend. Like, it's like a hour and a half with 2 bus journeys. I like putting these girlies on and having a listen when I do that. What else am I loving right now? In case you can't tell, I'm also really loving filming my YouTube. I find that really fun. At the moment this week, I'm really struggling with the motivation to get up and film something. Like, I have so many things planned for us, but I just do not have the energy to get out of bed. So I thought, let's film something. Let's just do whatever we can. Sit in bed with my teddies and a little cup of tea. Can't go wrong. Because you know what? Mental health is really bloody important. And I'm definitely not in a really dark period where it's the worst I've ever been. But I can recognise when things are starting to get bad, and I want to notice and put a stop to them before things spiral and get worse. So I'm just trying to do lots of things that I love, and hopefully this video will help me identify more of them and just keep myself calm. I remember that everything's okay. You don't have control over every situation. Things will happen, and in the wise words of Tame Impala, you gotta let it happen. That was so cringe, sorry. Another thing is not really I'm really loving, but I really love, like, actively. I haven't actually gotten around to watching yet. I love the Great British Bake Off. And I know the new season started like really recently, so I think that's what I might spend today doing, just catching up on the episodes of it. I love the Great British Bake Off. It makes me really happy, especially when there's like 1 episode a week. It creates a nice little routine. That's another thing I'm always loving. My entire life I've always loved this, routines. I love a routine. I don't like when things go out of routine. That makes me absolutely spiral and cry if anyone's late, if anyone cancels plans, if things aren't going to schedule. I get so scared and I cry loads, which I know is probably, I think that's like an autism thing. So I'm definitely a little bit spicy because my dad is he's definitely somewhere on the spectrum. But I think I just have some autistic tendencies. I don't think I'm actually autistic. I don't know. It's not something I'd want to go through the horrible process to get diagnosed, because the NHS sucks. And if I do have autism, I'm high functioning. So I'll live for now. But I really bloody love a routine. I love a routine. I love it so much. I'm trying to think of other things I love. It's just really difficult. In case you can't tell, I really love yapping. I'm a yapper. As my banner says, I'm a certified yapper. I love a good yap. Nothing makes me happier than a yap. So the opportunity to make YouTube videos where I can just sit in my room and yap to a camera, this is perfect. Because when I'm alone, I still want to yap. Even though I don't want to see people, I still want to yap. I love a yap. Yap doesn't seem like a word now. You know when you say a word too many times and it doesn't seem like a word anymore? Yap. Yap. Just keep thinking of yak. Like the big creature. Yak. Yakking. Certified yakker. Oh, I'm so cringe. I hope to God my sister never watches these videos. My little sister. She will bully the frick out of me. Another thing I'm really loving, again this is food related, I haven't had these since I was really little, but I started having them recently and oh, they're so good. Minstrels. Minstrels are really lovely. I don't know if they're just a UK thing, but oh, there's something about them, especially the Galaxy minstrels. Ooh, I love them. I'm normally more of a Magic Stars or Maltesers girly, but minstrels have really been hitting the spot recently. They're like my go-to. Those and salt and vinegar crisps, but like really salty, like gonna make your tongue tingle salty. Which I never liked crisps my entire life. Something about putting your hand in a bag. I can do it for chocolate. I can't explain it. There's no rhyme or rhythm to it. But putting your hand in a crisp bag with all the little crisp crumbs on the edge of the bag that will then coat on the back of your hand, I couldn't do it. Even now, when I do eat crisps, I'll only have salt and vinegar ones. I don't want any of the grim flavours because they smell so bad. I also can't share a bag of crisps. And even if, like, I get a bag of crisps between 2 people, pour one half in a bowl, pour one half in the other bowl, and we share the bowls. I can't do that. For some reason there's some sort of mental block where it just seems really disgusting to me. But I am really loving salt and vinegar crisps that burn your tongue. So if you've got any recommendations of good ones that are in any UK stores, tell me right now, please. Another thing I really love, I mean, I've loved this my whole life, but I still love it. Shopping. Online shopping, charity shopping, browsing. I think I love to browse. I have so many things in my baskets online, and I walk into shops, I put those things in my physical basket, and then I just put them all away. Like, I don't have the funds to be able to buy everything I want, but I love shopping. I love looking at things, planning outfits. I think I just really love planning. I am an absolute planning nerd. I love a good plan. I love making a plan. I love sorting out what time we have to do what things, what's going to be the deadline. That's my idea of a nice day out. Another thing I'm loving is pyjamas. I love pyjamas. Matching pyjamas. Woo! Matching set. Woo! I love the pyjamas I'm wearing right now. I have a matching one with my boyfriend. We normally sit here and in our matching pyjamas, and it's so cute. I love him so much. He'll never watch my YouTube videos though, so he wouldn't know I said that. I'm also really loving the weather at the moment, because in case you can tell by the shape of my room, I have a room that's built like this, so it's the attic conversion. So all the windows are Velux windows, so they're at a slant on the roof. So now that it's getting to autumn and winter time, whenever it rains so loud on these windows, and the sound of rain really helps me sleep. So at the moment I'm really loving the weather. It's the big wind gusts that you can hear, that you might even be able to hear in the background right now, and the rain, it just, oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. I don't know whether I could think of any more things that I love. Let me try to have a little think. I'm finding today really difficult. Really struggling just to feel anything other than just hollow. Like, I just kind of feel like I've had all the happiness sucked out of me. A bit like a Dementor from Harry Potter. I feel like I've just been attacked by a Dementor. But you know, it can only go up. Actually, it can go down. The amount of times I've said it can only go up, and it has gotten so much worse. Don't want to jinx it. If I got any wood, let me touch my bedding, touch wood. Yeah, just feeling very nervous right now. Like, I feel like I'm waiting for the next bad thing to come. Like, there's just an impending doom, and I'm on sort of high alert, fight or flight, trying to spot where it's coming from, and I'm just so suspicious, and I'm just waiting for the end of the world at the moment currently, which isn't a fun state to live in, especially when I've got work today at 6 p.m, so I've got the whole day to myself at home, and I'm going to try to distract myself with watching things on TV or playing games, but I'm just going to sit here and spiral. So I thought if I sort of take the time to sit down, talk about how I'm feeling, maybe that might help a bit. Because I've had to quit therapy because I can't pay for it anymore. I don't have the money. And I was getting therapy on the NHS, or kind of. I've been on a waiting list for like 2 years. And I finally got an appointment, and then the lady cancelled. And then I've been contacted by the company, and they were like, yeah, she's still on sick leave, I'm afraid. So I don't think I'm getting any sort of therapy anytime soon. and I don't think my medications are really working anymore. So I've just got to do what I can to just keep myself afloat. So I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm sorry today's video hasn't been the usual vibe, but I think it is really important to talk about these sort of things and get them out there. I'm not the biggest helper. I don't know the right thing to say in every situation, but if anyone needs anything, please send me a message or show up at my front door. Maybe don't do that if I don't know you. And I'll do my best to look after you, because it sucks that so many people have to go through this. Like, it's such an isolating feeling when I know logically so many people are going through this, but then I feel like no one could ever imagine what this feels like. So I think I'm just gonna go have a big cry now, because a big cry normally helps me a lot. I think I'm gonna go have a big cry and get on with my day. Might film another video in a little bit. I'm not sure. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, thank you for being patient with me. I know this video isn't very fun, but a little bit more about me. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Remember, press all those buttons that I always tell you to press. And I'll see you in the next video. Remember, I upload Mondays and Thursdays, 12 o'clock lunchtime in the UK. I'll see you then, honeys. Bye bye.